If you're going to be barbecuing this weekend, you're going to have great weather to get the whole neighborhood together. We're going to have highs on Saturday that are going to be in the upper 70s, so even warmer than what we've had today. We'll find sunny skies, very pleasant, and why not carry the sun into Sunday? So if you're going to be out by the water, it'll even be a touch warmer as we're going to be looking at lower 80s in the forecast, and even more heat by Memorial Day itself as we'll be around 84 degrees, and we'll definitely have that summer sensation out on Monday. We'll have plenty of sun, no wet weather for the holiday weekend. Just plan on having your water bottle and your sunscreen, as it's definitely going to have a little more of that summer vibe to it. Now Monday morning we'll have a lot of local parades going on, so for those that are stepping off at 9 a.m. you're going to find we're still into the lower 60s at that point, but getting close to the mid 60s, and it's not going to take very long because at 10 a.m. we're already into the upper 60s, and just a few hours later, hello 70s even before lunchtime. Plenty of sun still in the morning, so don't forget your hat when you go out to the parade. And of course, we're going to be looking at dry weather once again. It's really hard to make things rain around here lately, and thankfully we don't have big heat to add stress, but it's enough stress with how dry it is. We're currently though sitting into the mid 60s. We have 67 in Fremont, 60 degrees in Oak Harbor. We have 68 in Wasion, and low to mid 60s throughout southeast Michigan. Our highs to come, though we're in the 60s now, we will make it towards those lower 70s today. But for this evening, if you're going to the Walleye or Mud Hens game, going to be looking at 60s for those games. But we have, like I said, more heat coming for the weekend, but even big heat for next week. We have 90s that are going to be here as early as Tuesday, and they're going to last all week. So the air conditioner going to be spinning and firing on all cylinders, and we probably won't even give it a break as we get into that first weekend in June. We're going to be still well above average with 80s in the forecast. So summer, once it gets here by the later half of this weekend, it is going to stay, and it's going to be making a big statement when it gets here. And now since we have the heat, we'll need some rain. Of course, our gardens are going to be asking for some water, and Mother Nature is not going to provide that. You're going to see the dry weekend, and even as we get back to business on Tuesday and Wednesday, we're still looking at a dry forecast. It's at least late next week. We're starting to see a signal in the weather data that says, okay, we have a chance for some rainfall. So have the WTOL 11 weather app. Download that. Of course, we'll keep you updated on those rain chances in the long-term forecast. But for today, it's dry. If you're going to the game tonight, we won't be into the 70s. That's where we'll be this afternoon. 60s this evening. We'll still have that lighter breeze out of the northeast. That means that the air going to be riding right into Fifth Third Field. But at least we have more heat for the weekend. Pretty quiet and dry here on the forecast. And to go with that heat, you'll see that those showers and storms do finally hit the pause on the warmth. And then we'll be into the 80s for that next weekend.